Now, the just nominated 50 chief administrative secretaries will cost you, the taxpayer, in excess of 5 billion shillings for the 4.5 years that they will be in office. According to the Salaries and Remuneration Commission's SRC, CSs who are under Job Group CSG3 or its equivalent, Job Group V, are each entitled to a 765,000 shillings monthly salary, which adds up to 2 billion collectively for the period they'll serve. Another 2.9 billion shillings in benefits such as mortgages, car grants and medical cover. This even as it now emerges that in appointing the 50 CSs, Ruto has gone against an earlier plan by his government to have only 23 CASs. NTV's Ibrahim Karanja is working on that story. We shall be giving you the details later on. But some of those that have been named as CSs include Dennis Itumbi, who of course has been working closely to the president's office, former governors Evans Kidero, that's a former Nairobi governor, former governor of the county of Narok, Samuel Ole Tunai, as well as the first governor of the county of Tana River, Hussein Dado. Others include former nominated lawmaker Isaac Maura, former woman representative for Laikipia County, Kate Waruguru, former nominated Senator Millicent Omanga, as well as a former Starehe MP Charles Njagua, also known as Jaguar. Also nominated for the position of CAS include nominated Senator Mary Senator, former Rarieda MP Nicholas Gumbo, former MP for Mumias East Benjamin Washali, as well as former Kiminini MP Chris Wamalwa. We are bringing you details on that story a bit later on here on this broadcast. Let's listen now to the story by NTV's Ibrahim Karanja.
President William Ruto has named 50 individuals to take up the roles of chief administrative secretaries, 21 persons more than his predecessor Uhuru Kenyatta, who had 29 CASs. 5 of the ministries will each have 3 CASs, including the office of the Deputy President, that of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, as well as the Ministries of Interior, the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Trade and Industries. In the new arrangement, all other ministries will each have 2 CASs, as the Ministry of Defence as well as the Ministry of Labour being the only ministries with 1 CAS each. The proposed list by the head of state effectively means that the government will have an extra 38.2 million shillings paid as salaries per month for the new officers. With about 4.5 years left to the end of term for the president, the CASs will collectively earn a total of 2 billion shillings as salaries excluding allowances. The Salaries and Remuneration Commission indicates that a monthly sum of 765,000 shillings is what is entitled to a CAS, exclusive of allowances. They are also entitled to a mortgage of 35 million shillings, payable within their term in office, as well as a one-off car grant worth 10 million shillings. There also is the fee paid as premium for the medical cover, with a benefit of 10 million shillings for inpatient and 3 million shillings for outpatient cover. The 50 chief administrative secretaries are also entitled to personal assistance, security that includes police officers, drivers and office staff, as well as staff for their homes, cost met by taxpayers. While the president's nomination surpasses that of his predecessor, it also goes against an intention by his own government to only have 23 persons serving as CASs. This letter by immediate former head of public service Joseph Kinyua to the chair of the Public Service Commission, written on the 11th of October 2022, indicated a plan to only have 23 persons. The letter reads in part, and I quote, that it is notified that His Excellency the President has, pursuant to Article 132, Sub-Article 4A of the Constitution, established the office of the Chief Administrative Secretary within the public service. The letter further notes that accordingly, and way of this letter, the Commission is consequently requested to declare 23 vacancies in the office of the Chief Administrative Secretaries and thereafter proceed to commence recruitment process on a priority basis. End of quote. Ibrahim Karanja, NTV.